Hi everyone. This is what 6 days in quarantine looks like. No makeup, hair up. I'm in comfy clothes. Anyway, I went through some of my clothes today. I went through my shirts and I found several things that needed to be fixed that I was planning to fix 6 months ago and never did. So I fixed all of those, and now I'm gonna make some t-shirts into tank tops. And I thought maybe you would like to know how I do that. And I don't have like fancy camera equipment or really even know how to make these videos, but I'm going to show you how I do it. Like this tank top I have on, it is one that I made out of a t-shirt. So I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to turn this around. I just took a picture, so that's fun. How do I turn this around? So these are the t-shirts I have. Just things I've gotten from different events. That's a camp t-shirt. This one I got when I did a rappel for charity, and this, I don't know, just t-shirts that I don't wear. I don't really wear t-shirts. These are like big like guy t-shirts. I don't really wear these. So I'm going to turn it into a tank top, and then I can use it as like loungy wear. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll show you how it works. So obviously the sleeves need to come off. So I just line up the seams front and back, and then I have a rotary cutter, and I'm going to cut it right along here. And so I'm going to do that for both sleeves. And then for the top, I'm going to take a line right here and cut it straight across like that, all the way across. And then we'll go from there. So I'm going to get my cutter, and then I'm going to set this up. And again, I don't have fancy camera equipment, so I'm just going to try to set it up so you can see. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that the seams are aligned on the front and the back. And you can kind of feel the bump through here of the other side. So I have one of these rotary cutters, and these are no joke. That will cut your finger right off. So mine comes out like that. We have another one. I'll show you what the other one looks like. Some of them are like this. Oh, my camera's moving. It's because I have it propped up with a t-shirt. Okay, so we have this one also, and you pull back the cover thing, but that you have to close that, because I'm telling you, that thing will cut you in half. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Okay, so line this up, make sure those are aligned, and I'm going to cut just on the inside of the, let me show you. I can't see that. I'm so good at this. Just on the inside, right here. On the part that's not on the sleeve part, but in here. Yeah, that's right. Can you see that? Sort of. Okay. And I'm just going to cut it off. And I'm not even going to sew like a, fold it over and sew it, hem it, or any of that business. I'm going to cut it and wear it with the raw edge. And it works. I have made a whole bunch of these tank tops. Because I used to volunteer at the Special Olympics. Come on. Get through all the seams and stuff there. So sometimes there's a couple of threads. Okay. So I ran out of storage space on my phone, so that was fun. All right, but what I've done here is so I cut that sleeve off. You watched me cut that sleeve off, and then I cut the other sleeve off. And then the next step is to cut the hem of the sleeve, because that part we're going to use as the strap. That's the part that we're going to fish through here, and it's the strap of the tank top. So I've cut one of them off, and you have to cut off the cut off the side seam. So same thing here with this. Just make sure that they are lined up. And I'm going to cut right inside here. Don't forget to close that when you're done. And be careful. Of course, I've got... I was saying before that I used to volunteer at the Special Olympics. They were here for, it was actually 7 years. They were here for 4 years, and I volunteered all 4 years. And my kids did it with me. Close that. Don't chop yourself in half. Okay. So I did it for 4 years, and my kids did it with me, and they were little, and they were super cute. And then they left for 4 years, and then they came back for, it was going to be 4 years, and for some reason, one of the years got canceled, and I can't remember why. But anyway, so I have 7 of these t-shirts, you know, these volunteer t-shirts that I don't really wear, so I turned them into tank tops. Now, this part of the sleeve, we're not going to use for the tank top. Now, my dad would say, this is great for up here, you know, like when you're working in the yard, keeps the sweat out of your eyes. He used to wear these things all the time. I used to give him my sleeves. Or shop rags, you know, that kind of thing. So you can use that for whatever you want, or you can throw it away. But now this part, I'm going to turn this inside. And this little thing, I'm just going to cut that part off. All right, close that. Okay, so for this part here, you're going to cut it right under this neck. So you kind of want to look at what's going on the back to see where it lines up. You can't really see the front of it from here, but it lines up right here, right there. So I'll be okay with this one. Now I have another one. Sometimes it doesn't always work out. If the stuff is too high, the Dumbledore's Army shirt, I wonder if I can show you without knocking my phone over. Probably not. Okay, well, okay. This shirt, under the neck here, where that is right in between this hair. It says Harry Potter, which is a real bummer because I would like for it to say Harry Potter. But if I come up here, then the back is going to be longer than the front, which is no good. So I'm actually going to come lower because this is a really big shirt anyway. I don't know, this is an extra large. So it's really long. So I'm going to cut it under this and that'll work out. I don't know if you can see on here. I had the guys from Harry and the Potters and the Draco and the Malfoys sign it, but you can't see it anymore. So, oh well. Anyway, so back to the shirt. All right, so here's where you need to get it straight. Now you can use whatever you have, but I have a straight thing. Hold on. All right, I have this thing. Well, actually, this is my mother's stuff. All of this stuff is my mom's. This cutter, the rotary cutter, the cutting mat, this craft room. This is my mom's craft room in her house. Okay, so I have this thing anyway. It's got a ruler thing on here. And so it's a straight edge. It has this little lip on this side. So if I line up my shirt on this grid, the grid on the down here, and I line this up on the edge of the mat, see, like this. This is on the edge of the mat like that. Then I can get it straight, and it will be good. Oh, crying out loud. I'm rocking out this whole thing. So, welcome to my world. This is how I do everything. You just wing it. I don't know how to make videos. I don't have the right stuff. Just do it anyway. You figure it out. Whatever. All right. So I'm going to make this. I want these to line up. The top. Really, I want the bottom to line up because this part's going to be cut off. But if I line up this, then the bottom will be lined up. So just make sure it's all like the same front and back with the sleeves and the top and everything. Oh, sometimes it takes a little bit to get it going right. All right, so I'm gonna put this here and I'm gonna kind of level it out on the grid on my mat. And then I'm gonna line this up right under this neckline here. And then I'm gonna cut it straight across. Okay, so I just run my roller just right along the edge of this. It's super handy. But if you don't have one of these things, I mean, you could just use you can eyeball it, I guess. Or you could just use a regular ruler, a yardstick or something. Oh, there's those little threads again. Let me get those part off. All right. This is trash. Or let's see, what can we do with this? Or it is like a nice little collar. We could put it on. I don't know. You decide. So I'm gonna see what I can do about moving this over to the sewing machine station over here. We'll see how that works out. Okay, so you need to pick a thread color that matches your shirt pretty well because you will see the thread on the top seam. So some of them, I mean, when they're on the spool, that really doesn't look the same, but if you take it out and just put it on the shirt, you know, it looks a little bit better that way. And what is this? Is this styrofoam spool? A lot of these threads, look, my mom has this thing. They've been on here since the dawn of time. Look at this. That's metal. Look at the dust. You can totally tell this is the top. Same with this one. Dust. Look, you can see where I've taken some off. It's super handy in here. She's got everything. Okay. I chose the dusty red one. Not like that's the color. It's actually just dusty. So I've got my machine threaded. And I'm going to put these together like this. And I'm going to zigzag right here. You probably just do straight, but I don't know. I just zigzag it. There's a lot of options on this machine. Let's see if I can figure out a zigzag. How about this one? See, this is how I roll. I don't know how to use this machine. I don't really know what I'm doing. But you know what? I want a tank top instead of a t-shirt, so I just try. What's worse that could happen? I have to throw the t-shirt away? Whatever. All right. That's not a zigzag. What is that? Oh, yeah, it is. You see what I'm saying? So you too can make a tank top, even if you know nothing about sewing. Or making videos. Wait, you don't need to know how to make a video to make a tank top. Whatever, just forget that part. Okay. All right. So this is one piece now. One big long piece. And that part right there, you can cut it off a little bit if you're far from the edge. I'll cut it just a little bit. just because I want it to lay a little bit flat. All right. So this part, you can go about it a couple of different ways. You can measure and pin and all that stuff. I'm not doing that. I just kind of wing it, which is funny because a lot of the times I want things to be precise and actually measured out and right. That's mostly with paper though. With this, I don't really care much. Because really, I am just going to wear this around the house, so it's fine. So I'm going to make this like the width of this thing. And then, I mean, maybe a smidgen more, but I'll go a smidgen more. I don't know. See, I don't really have like a, here's how I always do it kind of thing. Oh, I'm started on the wrong side. I need to go this side. I guess I could have done it over there, but then my shirt would have been all clumped up in here. I want my shirt to hang out this way. So come back over here. All right. So this is how far I'm going to go. And I want to go just pretty close to the side here, the edge of the fabric. Oh, I got to make this go straight. Now, how do I make it go straight? Is it this one? Sure. That's probably right. I do know that there's, the fancy little measurements on here. So you can kind of use that as a guide. But it's always different. Or what I like to do also is make this line on the edge of the foot. So you can kind of gauge by that. But you do need to know how far on this side it's going to be. My needle needs to be way on the other side. How do you think I do that? No? Well, then let's not do that. Let's move. There we go. I'll do this. I'll put this line of the fabric on here. The inside of the foot part right here. Because I don't know how to move that needle over. I know there's a way, but whatever. And then that is up here on the 7/8. So I am good. And then you just keep sort of folding it to keep that the same distance. And don't sew your finger. And think, what if I did sew my finger? That would really suck. But it would be hard to do it. But I actually know someone who did sew their finger. They had their finger down under here for some reason. Needle right through the nail. Ugh. Oh my gosh. That's awful. I mean, I could see it happening with like one of those old treadle machines where they didn't have, I don't know. I can't imagine. Just don't sew your finger. You want your line to be, your like stitch line to be kind of straight because this is the front of the shirt. Actually, I think I'm working on the back right now, but that's the part that people will look at. No one's going to look at that, but you know what I mean. That's the part people will see. But nobody really cares what you wear. Everybody's got their own stuff that they're thinking about. Oh, that's the wrong button. No, I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. All right. Okay. So, turns out I don't know what this button does, and I've discovered it makes your bobbin get stuck. So that's nice. I'm just gonna cut that off. Well, no, my bobbin's gonna be too short in there. There we go. Okay. All right, cut off these little threads. Okay, so now I have this little pocket sewn in here. All the way like that. And that's the part that the little strap is going to go through. So I'm going to do that for the other side. And then I'll show you how to put it all together. Okay, so I've sewn the other side. And sometimes the sides get a little off. Like one side is longer than the other. See this little part right here, the back part was a little bit longer, so it's sticking out. You can just cut that part off. Just trim that little side up. Just to make it a little more even so it doesn't stick out. You'll never really see that part anyway, but that's how I like to do it. Okay, so I did end up having to fold over my part of my castle. This is a really cute story, actually. One of the campers drew this picture, and then I scanned it in and cleaned it all up and turned it into this vector graphic for the t-shirt printing company. It was really cute. Anyway, but that's okay. You won't really know. All right, so now it's time to thread it through like I'm making a scrunchie from 1982, or now, people wearing those again. So I usually get one of these giant safety pins because, again, my mother has everything in this craft room. I think these are maybe for quilting. No, the quilting ones are cornered, or they're like turned. So anyway, poke this through here. That gives you like a little stiff handle to work from. And then just thread it through. Now I'm very particular about the way that I have these in. I want to keep this flat the whole way, because if it's twisted and I sew it twisted, I'm gonna throw this thing in the trash. I won't wear it. It will tick me off. So I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna thread this all the way through. Make sure you don't pull it all the way in. And then when I get to the end, I'm gonna go to the other side, go to the front. All right, so here I'm all the way through, and my stitching is at the bottom on this side and at the bottom on this side. So I am gonna pull it a little more through here, because this thing that we sewed together right here, I want that to be inside the back. The straps don't really move around too much. I guess it would depend on the size of your pocket that you made, but I haven't found that they like slide back and forth. That thing doesn't come out of the back is what I mean. So put that in there. All right, so now we've got it strung through the back, and then I'm just gonna go to the front and keep on going. Keep going. I don't want to say going. I say that a lot and it bothers me. Or gonna. I don't like that either. So this is right. So this part and this part, I'm now going to sew them together. So I'm going to go right sides together, take this thing out, and then I'm going to stitch these like we did to put them together the first time. So I'm going to go back to the zigzag. Put those together. And go pretty close to the edge, because I don't want it to stick out too much. Takes a second for that thing to start the zigzag. Go. I'm gonna sew my finger. What's happening? I'm like working my way down into the bobbin area. What's happening? All right, I got something's wrong. And my bobbin is all jacked under there. I got part of my shirt in the... Oh, crying out loud. Okay, so I've done it again. Okay, that's all right. You just move on. Problems with the machine? No problem. Happens all the time. What happened here? This is just fun. That's really fun. So I'm going to go ahead and take that part out. And then I'm going to try it again. I'm just going to give this thing a haircut. Cut all that junk off of there. Okay. Get rid of this. This is by no means a professional how to sew video. This is not a professional anything video. The video's not professional. Even this cutting this thread is not professional. I can't cut it. Okay, also it is like, I don't even know what time is it? It's, let's see, Bluebird past, what is that, a kingfisher? My mom has this bird clock. Anyway, it's pretty late. It's 1:45. So I'm kind of tired. So why am I doing this at 1:45? I don't know. I don't even know why I decided to make this video. I've never made a video like this before. I was just thinking it might be fun. I'll tell you why. It's because I've been stuck in the house for 6 days. And I thought, hey, let's try something new. Wait, I gotta get this open up. Okie dokie. Now, let's try this again. That's mostly cleaned up. At this point, it is stuck together and it will never come apart, but I do want to keep going a little bit. There we go. Okay. So now, at this point, I can clean this up a little bit. And then pull that into the front. Because the other one is in the back. And so I'm going to pull this one into the front. So I'm going to get the other side of it. And pull that in here. Okay, so that one's in the front. And the other one is in the back. And now your tank top is complete. Okay, I'm going to move so you can see it. Okay. All right, so here it is. So here's the straps. So it kind of hangs like this. And you can actually wear it several different ways. If you wanted to wear it more as like a racer back, you can pull out more of the strap. And so it'll be tighter in the back. Or you can pull it out pretty far, and then it will hang more. See, I've got mine pulled out like this. Or you can pull it in. It'll do more of this kind of thing. You know, however you want to wear it. So, but anyway, that's it. It is complete, and there you go. Now you got a way to use all of your big giant t-shirts. Have fun. Okay, so I have on the tank top, and I forgot to show you one little thing. See this little part right here? How sometimes it like pokes out like that? That's really dumb. So what I do is just sort of fold it just like 1/4 of an inch on itself, and then put a couple of like tack stitches right there, like 2 stitches. And it just sort of holds that in right there on the side, because that's a dumb part. But anyway, yeah, this is it. And this right here is my craft stuff. It's mostly yarn and not near as organized as my mother's, but you can see one of my Enterprise ships right here. That's cool. Okay, now have fun. Oh, you can also see this. That's my Disney pop socket thing. Yay. See ya.